What's up guys? Today we are talking about our favourite subjects, Egypt! So I have a lot of questions every single day from you guys about travelling around Egypt, so I thought I would do a Q&A, kind of like a follow-up but a more personal one to the 10 things you need to know before you travel to Egypt. 10 things you need to know before you come to Egypt. So I'm going to go through some of the most popular questions I get each week, specifically for solo female travellers around Egypt. So let's get started. I don't think I ever thought that I would be here. The most popular question I get about Egypt is it safe? Is Egypt safe? And oh my gosh, how many times do I have to answer this one? Yes, Egypt is safe. Yes, Egypt is safe to travel to. Yes, Egypt is safe to travel to as a solo female traveller. You have nothing to worry about. I understand that you read stuff in the media and people tell you that Egypt's not safe, but I'm pretty sure that people that tell you Egypt's not safe are the people that haven't actually been themselves. I've been, I spent a lot of time there, months there, we lived there, and Egypt is safe and Egypt is beautiful and you most certainly should go to Egypt. What should I wear in Egypt? So obviously Egypt is predominantly a Muslim country, which means that they have certain dress codes. However, as a tourist, you're not expected to dress exactly like the locals. You should respect yourself and respect the culture and cover up slightly, but you do not need to, and a lot of people ask me this, cover your head or cover from head to toe. Basically, my top tips for females travelling around Egypt are always have two items with you: a scarf or like a shawl that you can use multifunctional anyways if you do need to go to a mosque and you need to cover your head. And also, especially because Egypt gets so hot, make sure you have like a long flowy skirt. It's just perfect to travel in. It's light, it covers you up, and it's still fashionable. Yes, you can wear a bikini in Egypt. Sharm el-Sheikh and Dahab and Hurghada are the most popular tourist destinations in Egypt, and you will see women wearing bikinis and it's absolutely no problem. I spent the majority of my time in Dahab and Sharm el-Sheikh scuba diving, so it was always in and out of a wetsuit and bikini and absolutely no problem. However, do have some respect again for yourself, and if you are leaving the beach, cover up, like don't go into the supermarket or something still wearing the swim stuff. Yeah, that's not cool. However, you don't have to worry about what to wear in Egypt, but do respect the culture, do respect yourself. When you are in Cairo, it's kind of a different story. You're going to want to cover your shoulders, your chest, probably further than your knees, just to stop unwanted attention. And if you do go to a mosque, you might be requested to cover your head, which is where the scarf comes. My favourite question: where should I scuba dive in Egypt? Okay, well, where shouldn't you scuba dive in Egypt? Well, probably not on land. So there's 4 main spots to scuba dive in Egypt. Marsa, which is my favourite dive destination in Egypt, possibly in the world. You've got dugongs, you've got dolphins, you've got sharks, you've just got everything. You've got warm water, just beautiful surroundings. Marsa is my top scuba dive destination in Egypt. However, it's a little bit further out, it's a little bit more expensive, so most people head over to Dahab and Sharm el-Sheikh. Dahab, if you don't know, is the most chilled out place in the world. It's like this little hippie town in South Sinai. It's beautiful, it's like a small community, and it's amazing to scuba dive. Also really cheap to start scuba diving, so if you're looking to learn, I recommend Dahab. If you're a little bit more experienced and you want to do a little bit more hardcore diving, maybe like a few dives a day, head over to Sharm, because you can go on a boat, you can do like a daily boat trip, and you can head out to like Tiran Island, Ras Mohammed National Park, and this is where you can see a lot more big stuff, but also the same stuff that you can see in Dahab. Then you've got Hurghada. Hurghada, usually I used to use it as my main port for liverboards. Liverboards, for those of you that don't know, is where you live on a boat for like 7 days and you scuba dive as much as possible, and it's pretty much the most amazing thing in the world. If you're Scuba diver, liveaboards are the way forward in Egypt. Yes, they're a little bit more expensive, but they're so much cheaper than lots of other places in the world. Hurghada also has its own shore diving, boat diving, so you can also dive from there if you want to. But you absolutely have to scuba dive when you're in Egypt. If you don't, then you're like breaking my law of not getting the most out of Egypt. And how do I get to Jordan? Well, I'm in Egypt. Everyone asks me this. You guys always ask me this. I guess it's because I've done it a lot. So yes, you can get to Jordan through Egypt, specifically Petra, which a lot of you ask. I have written an article about it, which will be a bit better. But listen up. Okay, so from Dahab, you get a taxi to Taba, which is about 2.5 hours. From Taba, you cross the border to Eilat, which is in Israel, which will take you maybe half an hour. From in Israel, you then have to cross the border into Jordan. You have to get a taxi from Eilat over to the border of Aqaba in Jordan, which will take you about 1 hour, and you're going to get questioned quite a lot. And then in Jordan, you hop over the border, you're in Aqaba, you don't have to pay for a visa, because if you arrive through the port of Aqaba into Jordan, there's no visa fee. From Aqaba, you then have to arrange a tour into Petra, and from Aqaba to Petra will take you about 4 hours, and you're going to need a couple of days, and then you can come all the way back down and get all the way back to Egypt. It's a lot harder than it sounds, it's going to take a lot of time, it's not very expensive. However, you might want to do it as a tour. I didn't ever do it with a tour, I just did it myself, which is why everyone keeps asking me.
Like we were something more, and it felt like maybe we could last forever. But you let them to our hideout, forced away inside now. They want us to surrender.
How many days should I spend in Cairo? I mean, honestly, it really depends on where you're coming from. If you've been living in Dahab for 5 months and chilling out and swimming in the Red Sea, then going to Cairo will be absolutely mental and will just blow all of your senses. But if you're just arriving into Egypt for the first time and you arrive in Cairo, this is your first impression of Egypt, it's quite exciting. There's obviously the things you want to do, pyramids and tourist attractions, but I would also urge you to kind of get off the kind of touristy path and go into like the suburbs of Cairo, try and make an Egyptian friend and, you know, see what like real life is like in Cairo. There's like a lot of people, a lot of traffic, it's quite dirty, but I think that Cairo is the essence of Egypt and you have to experience it. I'd say between 3 to 5 days in Cairo. I once spent 10 days there and it was too much. Wi-Fi, is there Wi-Fi in Egypt? Yeah, there's Wi-Fi in Egypt, but it's not very good. So I know the reason you guys asked me this is because you want to work online in Egypt. Yes, it's possible, but I would recommend getting a SIM card and then doing tethering to your laptop. SIM cards are super cheap actually. Data's really cheap. Data still is not amazing. It's 3G, it's not 4G. Wi-Fi is pretty poor in Sinai. In Cairo it is a lot better. If you're looking to start an online business in Egypt, I would recommend doing it in Cairo, or possibly before you get to Egypt. But if you're just looking to maintain emails and social media, you'll be fine with a tethering hotspot. Okay, last question, am I coming back to Egypt? Yes, I'm coming back to Egypt and I can't wait, and there's so much more to discover, and I definitely want to meet all of you guys along the way.
I could go all night right here between that crossfire.